United States General David Petraeus says the U.S. still faces a long struggle in Iraq. Earlier this week, U.S. President George W. Bush announced plans to withdraw 8,000 U.S. troops by February 2009.
As a result, we've been able to carry out a policy of return on success.
But that still leaves over 130,000 troops on the ground in Iraq. In June 2008, when Gallup asked Iraqis if at the time of the invasion they thought of the coalition forces as occupiers or liberators, 46% said occupiers and 37% said liberators. They also asked what the Iraqis think of the coalition forces now. Here, 71% said occupiers and 17% said liberators. At the time of the U.S.-led invasion, U.S. President George W. Bush and the U.K.'s former Prime Minister Tony Blair said the reasons for the invasion were to disarm Iraq of weapons of mass destruction, to end Saddam Hussein's support for terrorism, and to free the Iraqi people. Gallup asked Iraqis if Iraq was better off now than before the U.S. and British-led invasion. While 39% of the Iraqis said their country is somewhat or much better off now, 43% said Iraq is somewhat or much worse off. Gallup also asked Iraqis if their families are better off after the invasion. Here, a slight majority said their families were much or somewhat better off, and 30% said they were somewhat or much worse off. I'm Yasmin Vasugian. Join us again to hear more voices from around the world.